In this video, I'll give several reasons for sharing your genealogy on the world's largest genealogy wiki, werelate.org. Reason number 5, stories and pictures. Because your ancestors are more than just data, you can create beautiful wiki pages for your ancestors at WeRelate, complete with stories and biographical information. Enter what you know about your ancestors and let your relatives add more. You can even upload scanned original document images showing the actual documents that you derive your research from. These are just a few examples of the kinds of pages that people have created for their ancestors at WeRelate. Reason number 4, change notification and permanent history. Whenever a change is made to a page, other contributors to the page and anyone else who has registered an interest in being notified of changes to the page get an email telling them about the change. Nothing is ever lost at WeRelate. When someone edits a page, they just create a new version of the page. Anyone can compare the different versions of the page to see exactly who changed what, when. In this comparison screen, for example, I can tell that M.K. Smith added a couple of images to the page. If you disagree with the change that was made, you can undo the change by reverting the page back to a previous version, or better yet, you can leave a message for the person who made a change and ask them to provide more information. Change notification and permanent history make it possible for multiple people to work together on pages and improve them over time. Reason number 3 to use WeRelate is sources. We have a catalog of approximately 1 million sources from the Family History Library catalog, Ancestry, and thousands of different websites. And we're committed to make it easy for people to source their information. Every person and family page at WeRelate includes a section for sources that contains links to the source wiki pages. You can create your own source wiki pages or use one of the source pages that's already been added. You can even edit source pages to add usage information or additional places where the source might be found. And again, if you want, you can upload scanned images of the original documents. By emphasizing sources, we hope to encourage good research practices in the WeRelate community. Reason number 2, in addition to creating wiki pages one at a time for your ancestors, you can also upload a GEDCOM file and create wiki pages for everyone in your tree at the same time. We also make it easy for you to identify when families in your tree match existing families at WeRelate and help you to connect to those existing families. One of the services that WeRelate provides is that when you upload your GEDCOM, the system analyzes it for potential problems, people being married before they're born, or families with children born less than 9 months apart, for example. You can review these warnings and even correct them before your wiki pages are created. In addition, WeRelate reports potentially matching families in the wiki to families in your GEDCOM. You can review these potential matches and decide which ones really are matches. For those families in your GEDCOM that are the same as existing families at WeRelate, you can decide which pieces of information from your GEDCOM to add to the existing wiki pages. You might have a source, for example, that the existing page doesn't have. All in all, this process makes it easy for you to upload your GEDCOM and to connect your GEDCOM to existing trees. But best of all, WeRelate is free. It's free to use, and the information is freely licensed. What this means is that anyone can use the information that they find at WeRelate for any purpose, so long as they obey 2 simple conditions. Number 1, attribution. They need to properly attribute where they found the information and who the original authors were. Number 2, share alike. If they add to the information that they found at WeRelate, then they need to make those additions also available under the same free license. For example, when you export a GEDCOM from WeRelate, every person in the GEDCOM file has an additional source added that points to the page that information originally came from. This makes it easy for anyone to see where the information came from, who the original authors were, and makes it possible for them to check to see if new information has been added since the GEDCOM was exported. This free license also means that since WeRelate itself does not own the data, if WeRelate were to shut down for some reason, anybody else could host this information. It wouldn't be lost. So to summarize, not only is WeRelate free to use, but the information in WeRelate is freely available to everybody. So here are the 5 reasons to use WeRelate.org. Reason number 5, stories and pictures. Reason number 4, change notification and permanent history. Reason number 3, sources. Reason number 2, GEDCOM import and matching families in your GEDCOM with families that already exist on the wiki. And reason number 1, WeRelate is free to use and the information is available under a free license. And here are 4 more reasons to like WeRelate. Number 4, shared projects. It's easy to create project pages of any sort to help you collaborate with people on shared research interests. Number 3, place pages. WeRelate has wiki pages for hundreds of thousands of different places throughout the world. You can find and add research guides to help you understand how to research in those places. Number 2, maps. Because our places have latitude and longitude attached to them, you can create beautiful looking maps of the events in your family tree. And finally, the best reason of all, are wonderful volunteers. WeRelate has the best volunteers of anywhere I know, and they are absolutely terrific to work with. There are many good reasons to join the WeRelate community. We hope to see you online soon.